Without question, the driving force behind Flamborough Downs is the brilliant and energetic business and harness racing mind of Charles Juravinski.
I think intertrack betting is here to stay. I think it has a place in the province of Ontario. For that matter, I think it has a place, certainly in North America, in the world, if you will. I think that we have to go to the people. You're referring to intertrack betting, and in its broadest scope, I use the word simulcasting. For instance, Flamborough Downs has just an excellent show of harness racing, extremely competitive, extremely tough. Not enough people see it. And I believe that we have to get to the people. I think Flamborough Downs has to get into simulcasting. And I think Flamborough Downs has to get into all reaches of our market area, the same as any other track that's operating any place if they're going to be successful.
Charles and the late Ray Connell opened Flamborough Downs on April 9, 1975. Situated on 245 acres of prime woodland northwest of Hamilton, Flamborough Downs has evolved into Canada's fastest half-mile track.
I suppose horses are like children. Fortunately for me, we've got great people working with us. But if you're in this business to the extent that we're in this business, it's an ongoing thing because there are many questions to be answered, and you're always wondering about your horses. Frankly, where my office is located, I look down, if you will, on the total horse operation. And for instance, if I see horses laying down too long, I'm concerned that they're dying or something, and of course, out we go to take a look at them. It's a constant thought, but a very pleasant one.
Amongst the innovations, Flamborough Downs has the only half-mile track with spiral turns. It was also the first track in Canada to implement the famed passing lane.
I think the most dramatic thing that has happened at Flamborough Downs has happened this year, quite frankly, and that has to do with the removal of the hub rail, what we call open lane racing, and also what we call spiraling of the racetrack. Literally what we did is re-elevate, if you will, the straightaways, that's the back stretch and the front stretch. What we have attempted to do is, by virtue of grading and filling, to create the same kind of spiral turn as trains use when they're going through the mountains. What this tends to do and has done is speeded the track up considerably, to the point where we're accused of having a short track. And for those doubters who think we have a short track, I happen to know the dimensions. They were laser measured, and if anybody wants to put up their money, they can come forth and we'll prove that we're the fastest half-mile track in the world.
Well, that's our show for this week. Join us next week on Canadian Horse Racing as we visit Barrie, Ontario, and renowned equine practitioner Dr. Terry Rook. Also on next week's show, a preview of the candidates for Horse of the Year 1992. See you next week on Canadian Horse Racing.